What's up, guys? It's Boston Sports Podcast here again, and we're just gonna do like a little reaction video to the New England Revolution all-time team for the 25th anniversary. Now, obviously, you can see this kind of old because this could be coming out like first day of April, near the end of March. But I'm gonna be reacting to it because we don't have a lot of video ideas because obviously there's no sports. So I'm just going to do this instead. So at first, head coach Steve Nicol. The longest tenured head coach in club history and the only one that's blah, 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 blah. MLS Coach of the Year. So, that kind of sums it up. Got trophy cabinets, 4 Eastern Conference champions. U.S. Open Cup, North American Super League Championship. So, yeah. 6 consecutive Eastern Conference Championships appearances. 8th most points in MLS history. That's what I call the best head coach in Revs history. It's obvious. He did so well. Except bringing the Revs an MLS Cup. What the heck? Anyways, Matt Reese played here for 10 years. He was great. This is kind of before my time of watching. Like when I first got into watching soccer, Matt Reese was the goalie. And in my opinion, if Matt Turner can do very well over the next few years, maybe not few years, maybe like 5 years, he could be the best goalkeeper in Revs history. Anyways, 2 MLS Best Exciting Odds, 4 All-Star Games, and Humanitarian of the Year. That's good. Next is Andrew Farrell, active player for the Revs. This is very interesting. He hasn't been amazing because he was the number 1 overall pick in the Super Draft. Anyways, he's played in a lot of games, over 200. 2-time Revolution Defender of the Year. It's kind of expected. We don't have the best defending, but congrats. A 1-time All-Star. It's not a lot. And Club Humanitarian. Doesn't really affect his playing, but still a good award. I guess he should be in the XI. I really don't know. Next is Michael Parkhurst. He was part of Steve Nicol's team. Yeah, very good. I do agree with this. He's actually been, Defender of the Year honors, Fair Play Award. 3 All-Star in 3 years. Easy. He only played for 3 years, but that just shows how significant he was. And Chris Tierney, Boston native. He was so good at crossing. Out of this world, especially for a defender. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Chris Tierney, same person, just different dominant foot. Next is Clint Dempsey. This is very interesting. Now, obviously, it's Clint Dempsey. He's one of the best U.S. soccer players in recent history. And he started off his career in New England. But that's not where he got that famous. But still, he did very well. 25 goals, 14 assists in 3 seasons. I think what raises his, what makes him on this list is 1, because he's Clint Dempsey, because he's a great player, and 2, he was on those teams that made it to MLS Cup a bunch. So, yeah. Next is Diego Fagundes, and I do agree with this. He is still young. It's unbelievable. Home ground player of the year, over 50 goals, 200 appearances as well. So yeah, I definitely agree with this. Next, this guy was unbelievable. Shallery Joseph was one of the best Revs of all time. He is up there, maybe like top 5, top 3, top 3. Finalist MVP, 4 best MLS best XI, 7 All-Star appearances. Great. Easily should be on this XI. Lee Webb. He had a bad, he did so bad near the end, he just left. But that 2014 game was very good, where he had 18 goals, 5 assists, almost won MVP. Says here with exactly 100 combined goals and assists. Very good. So yeah, that's very good. Steve Ralston. He is also one of the best Revs. He in the early 2000s, he was arguably the Revs' best player during that. Second most assists in league history. That's unbelievable. 73 assists, 24 more than any other player. Wow. One shy of the record. Dang. If you just got one more assist. Anyways. Let's read a little bit more. Yeah. He's great. Next, we're going to our last two. Our forwards. Joe Max Moore and Taylor Twellman. So Joe Max Moore, he was originally with us in the inaugural season in 1996. Did good. 11 goals in 14 games. I remember that was amazing. I remember looking that up, not watching it because I wasn't around back then. Won the Golden Boot, the 1999 season. 5 times. So, yeah, he did very well. I can't really think of any other striker above him. Maybe Gustavo Bo one day. But yeah. Next is Taylor Twellman. And he is, in my opinion, the greatest Revolution player of all time. Record 101 goals. One of only 11 players to get the 100-goal plateau. The only one on the Revs. And he appeared in 4 MLS Cup finals, and he won the U.S. Open Cup. So, that just says it all. And that's going to be the video. I don't know when this is going to be posting, but we'll try to find content for you guys. See ya.